Hey guys, Short Midget here. So I actually have a stock gun to do a video on. Surprise, surprise. Pretty much everything on my channel is normally really highly upgraded. This is stock, so this is for those people that are considering to go buy the gun and just use it as is, which a lot of people do, use stock guns, you know. This is the ARX160. It is licensed through Elite Force, and this is the competition version. So I think you're going to be picking these up around $160, which is a decent price. These are very odd guns. They're somewhat hard to find as far as models in the real world. There's the JLS, I think, made one of these back a long time ago, and they've been out of business. They haven't been making guns for like 6 years or something. Like, they were back when I started playing Airsoft. That's when they were being made, and then they've been gone ever since. So Elite Force is really your only option. You have the Elite version, and this is the competition. So the Elite version, I think, retails for maybe $300 to $350, maybe, sounds right. And this is about $160. So you're going to pay about twice as much for the Elite version. You're going to get better internals. With the Elite version, you're going to get a little bit better of a motor. You're going to get a metal rack piston and stuff like that. As far as quality of this one, it's pretty decent, but the externals are also going to be much better on the Elite version. But let's just talk about this one. So this I actually purchased for a friend for his birthday. It was actually his brother that got it at a pawn shop that he works at, and I purchased it from his brother and gave it to him for his birthday because he really wanted the gun. Now eventually I think we're going to HPA this. I think I have a Polar Star Jack, another friend's Polar Star Jack that I was trying to sell. So I think I'm going to pop that Polar Star Jack in here. I just need to get a different gearbox shell because this one uses a micro switch, so I'll have to use a different version 3 gearbox. This existing trigger and the Polar Star Jack with a ARX160 nozzle, and of course, like I said, the version 3 trigger board for a standard version 3 gearbox, which I have. This is a little bit more of a funky gearbox. It's a little bit different. It is a version 3, but it's different, so I'm hoping that a standard gearbox shell is going to fit into this. Otherwise, you know, the Polar Star Jack's just not going to work, but we'll see how that goes. Because I have plenty of standard gearbox shells to use, and I would imagine it would fit this and be fine. So yeah, let's just talk about features of the gun. So let's start from the back. We've got a 3-position adjustable stock, 3 or 4-position adjustable stock. The battery is housed in here, so this is the shortest I can get it, just with the battery in there. To get it off, it's actually super, super easy. All you have to do is just lift the tab up really high, pull it off, that's it. The battery that we're using is a Tenergy 11.1 20 to 30C. It's a 1000 milliamp, so it's a really, really small battery. Like, this is a low power 11.1. As far as the stock, you can fit a bigger battery. In fact, he's got like a, I think it's a 1800 or 1500, I think it's 18 Tenergy brick. It fits in here. You can't put the stock all the way in, but you can't put the stock all the way in with this battery either. So it's about the same length. It's where it would be comfortable for most people. In fact, he probably has it out a little bit further because he's got longer arms. But this right in the middle, it's the 3rd position. It's comfortable for me, and that's where it basically stops, because if you keep pushing it, it kind of crams the wires, and you don't want that. So, definitely I would recommend an 11.1 for this gun, honestly. It doesn't have a MOSFET, but it does have a micro switch system, which is very good. The trigger response is very good. As far as the body, it is literally all plastic. The whole thing is just plastic. It's probably an ABS plastic, not quite a polymer. It's kind of a cheaper plastic, but that's what you get for paying, you know, about roughly 160 bucks. It's very light, so this is great for somebody that's, you know, just starting out and wants something different. It's ambidextrous, so safe, semi-full auto. It's got the charging handle system, functioning bolt lock, which is pretty cool. As far as sling mounts, there's little parts on here and here. Same thing on the other side. I wouldn't quite trust that. It's metal, but it's molded in the plastic, so I wouldn't quite trust that. He's got sling mount here on the back, which is a little bit better, and then one on the front, which swivels around, so that's nice. The sights on here are flip up. They're pretty cool. They are built into the gun, which is nice, and they flip down, and they're pretty much out of the way. He has a UTG red dot on here. This actually came with the gun when I purchased it for him. It's dead on batteries. It's red and green. It's no magnification, but it's a red dot and it looks cool. This honestly looks really cool. Okay, other features. It's got this little lip down here. If you pull it up, which I'm probably not going to be able to with my fingernails because it's really hard. That's what she said. Okay, so I can't get it. My fingernails are about to snap. So you lift this off. This front plastic right here slides off. Now there's no rails underneath, which does suck. So you're only exposed rails right there. So don't even worry about that. So it's got exposed rail on the bottom and left and right. You can fit flashlights on there, lasers. As far as who uses a laser? Like I see a lot of people use lasers in indoor, but that's just stupid. Lasers are stupid. But as far as a grip, it's going to be far forward. You're not going to be able to fit an AFG on the bottom of here, but if you do like a vertical grip, it's really far forward. Some people might like it. I personally wouldn't. I normally like a grip back here, but that's just a drawback of this gun. Orange tip on the front. It actually has a quick change barrel system, which is interesting. For Airsoft, it's really not applicable, but you pull these two tabs on either side, you pull them both down, and you can pull the barrel out, which is cool. That's how the real one is. Now, as far as the bucking inside this thing is pretty trash. It was clogging BBs, so I replaced it with a brand new Lonex 50 degree, and that fixed the issue. It was not clogging anymore. It uses a pretty cheap red aluminum barrel. Decent, nothing crazy. And then it's got it's rotary style for the hop-up. It's like a G36. Which it's actually kind of hard to get to from the window of the gun, and I'll show you that. And then to get it back down, you have to pull the tabs down, kind of hit the barrel in, and then you're good to go. But for the hop-up adjustment, like I was saying, the wheel is so far forward, and this part's thin, so you have to kind of like hold the gun like this, and then get your full finger in there, and then adjust it. So, as far as BB weights, he's going to use .25s. We're going to chrono it here, but I believe it's shooting about 350 with a .2. It's a CQB legal. It's also got a quick change spring guide, which I forgot to mention. In order to get to that, you have to push this tab up and pull this piece of plastic off, which I might not be able to do. I don't want to break anything. Okay, it just pops off like that. And then you have the screw, and then you're going to have the spring guide, so you can quick change. So you could do indoor and outdoor if you'd like. I personally just run low FPS. And shoot high rate of fire, but with a stock gun like this, is it worth getting another spring and doing outdoor and then indoor? If you really want, if you want to get smack dab 400, get yourself a 120 spring, pop it in here, and then the stock spring should be able to be used for the sub 350. Or if you need to do 330 like some indoor fields, which is kind of stupid, you know, you can get a weaker spring, because I think this is probably over 330. As far as the other features, I forgot to mention, magazine catches ambi. It's kind of far forward for me. I kind of have to reach. It's a little small button, and then this one's a small button, and it's ambi. So, pretty good there, pretty cool. I don't think I'm missing anything. As far as the internals, it's got pretty much basic stuff. Version 3 gearbox, so it's going to be pretty crack resistant. The piston is just plastic. I saw a video where they took it apart. It was in 2014, and they used a plastic piston. I'm not sure if they updated this, because I know Elite Force, when they released their Elite Force M4s, they started doing the red metal rack pistons, and then the Amoebas have like a greenish metal rack piston. I feel like this has a metal rack piston, but because it shoots really good, but the metal rack piston is really not going to have any performance change, just reliability standpoint, you know, the strength. I'm not going to pull it apart just to look, but do research yourself before you do purchase it. Again, I saw a video in 2014 and it said it had a plastic piston, completely plastic, one metal tooth, like a normal piston. Alright, so we got a Banff midcap in here with .2s. Got the chrono set for .2, so let's go ahead and see what it shoots. It's advertised for CQB. Okay, 313, 318, 316, 315, 316, 315, 316. So very, very low, actually. This is with pop-up adjusted for 2.5s. so it is overhopping. Very consistent. Man, that thing's very consistent. It's 0.9 joules, so not even a joule. Again, it would be 330 with 2s with the hop-up adjuster for 2s. Let's try rate of fire. 19.97 rounds a second, 315 FPS. 5. The trigger pull is long, but you can work it. But for real, like, the trigger response is very, very good. Honestly, that's really good. Grab yourself a Lonex 50-degree bucking, which is $5, and you got a banger of a gun. So if you have any questions, go ahead and let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you on the next video.